Image caption PSNI Chief Constable George Hamilton gave a progress report on the team's successes. A crackdown on paramilitaries leads the Irish News and newsletter, which both report 100 arrests over the last 2 years by a specialist police team. The team, which includes members of the PSNI, the National Crime Agency (NCA) and customs officers, has also seized more than £450,000 of suspects' assets. Among the items seized were guns, pipe bombs and drugs. The team has been working on the initiative for more than a year, and its activities are about to be stepped up. The move is part of the 2015 Fresh Start Agreement, but the Irish News points out that the team's first progress report was delivered without a single political representative present. The paper says civil servants are managing the team's £50 million budget. Job fears. Belfast Telegraph staff stayed up late to wait for a U.S. ruling on the Bombardier trade dispute, which could threaten thousands of jobs in Northern Ireland. The aerospace firm lost the first round of its battle against its U.S. rival Boeing, which accused it of anti-competitive practice in the sale of its Xury's planes, which are partly made in Belfast. Image copyright Pacemaker Image caption The C-Series project supports hundreds of jobs in Belfast. The paper says the U.S. Department of Commerce has proposed a punitive import tariff of almost 220%, which could jeopardize a major order with U.S. airline, Delta. Inside, the paper features a David versus Goliath battle at Northern Ireland's biggest tourist attraction, the Giant's Causeway. It reports how a small family-run souvenir shop, which has been in business at the beauty spot for more than 70 years, faces eviction by the National Trust. The owner, Tommy McConaughey, tells the paper the trust is planning to turn his shop into new toilet facilities. Horrified in Larne, heartless grave robbers have left a grieving family distraught by desecrating a man's final resting place, reports the newsletter. Nuala Yedman's husband, Mark, died last year at the age of 46. And she decorated his grave with beautiful, iridescent, heart-shaped stones. She told the paper that when she visited the graveyard on Sunday, she was horrified to discover that every single one of the stones had been stolen. A South Belfast restaurant has been forced to eat its words after a village lunch promotion sign appeared to trivialize domestic violence. Ribs and Bibs on Botanic Avenue has apologized over the sandwich board sign which read "You can beat the wife, but you can't beat a £5 lunch." Lack of respect. The Daily Mirror quotes a Women's Aid spokeswoman who said, "We are appalled a local restaurant has used a joke about domestic violence to sell lunches." If that's not enough to put you off your food, the Belfast Telegraph reports on a frying shame at the Labour Party conference. It says of supply of potato bread, or fadge, a muckloaf staple of Northern Ireland breakfast tables, was specially flown into the event in Brighton. However, something was lost in translation as the delicacy was served up cold, and photographic evidence was tweeted by BBC political correspondent Stephen Walker. The paper says his image of the cold fadge caused consternation on social media. Chef Paula McIntyre tells the paper the abomination showed a complete lack of respect for potato bread. Image caption Mary Murphy, Beer Island's postmistress, sold the winning ticket from her post office last week. Several of the papers tease us with a few sparse details of an Irish island's worst-kept secret. A group of residents from Beer Island, who shared a €500,000 win on the EuroMillions lottery, traveled to Dublin to collect their winnings on Tuesday. The Daily Mirror reports on how the syndicate managed to give the international press the slip as they arrived at the National Lottery HQ. Any of the winners, who did not want to be named, told the paper, "Were timed this perfectly as we hear there's of TV crew from Sky on the island looking for us this morning."